Hi, this is Simon Upstell and welcome to another tutorial for Apple Motion. And today I'm going to show you how to create this fun little text animation. Now, this is all entirely procedural. There's nothing you have to draw by hand, no maths, no paths, none of that. Very, very easy to do. I think you're going to have fun with it. So let's get going. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out in Pixelmator Pro. And if you haven't got Pixelmator Pro, I seriously recommend you get it. It's a fantastic companion to Motion and ridiculously good value. Anyway, we're going to create a new project, 1920-1080. Create. Let's turn off the visibility of that image layer. Let's come down and select the text tool. Now, the font that I'm going to use is called Aquatico, and that's a monoline font where all the widths are the same. And it's pretty much essential for this project. So you need a monoline font. So we're going to use Aquatico. It's free. You can go and find it on the internet. So let's just type our text. Let's center it up. And then we want to come to Format and Convert into Shape. And that's going to give us our outlines here. Just so we can see that they are outlines, let's come over to this tab here. Let's turn off the fill. Let's click here to get an outline, and let's make that outline white. And 8 pixels is pretty good for that stroke value. Sorry, I should have called it stroke, not outline. Anyway, there you go. And then what we can do is we can come to File and Export. I'm going to navigate to my folder. We want to make sure the export format is set to Motion Project. Frame rate of 25 frames a second, duration of 10 seconds is fine. And I'm going to call this Tutorial Base. And I'm going to come over and open that up in Motion. So here we are in Motion. We've got this group that's got all our nice paths in it. And we can delete that image layer. We don't need that. So the first thing I want to do is add a write-on behavior to all of these shapes. So let's select all of these. Let's come to behaviors, shape and write-on. And let's come to, I think, frame 60. Unfortunately, we've got to reselect all of those by command clicking them. And then come to mark and mark out. And then they will write on like so. Okay, so that's good. Let's now make a couple of copies of this. So right-click, duplicate, right-click, duplicate. This top one I'm going to call matte. This next one I'm going to call edge. And this last one I'm going to call fill. Let's turn off these bottom two and let's come to the matte. Let's select all of the shapes inside the matte. Let's turn off outline and turn on fill. Now what we need to do is we need to get this to be a matte for the letters. So I'll need to do a little bit of tweaking here. This shape here is the cutout for the A, and we can see another one here. This is the cutout for the Q, and this is the cutout for the O. So I've command selected all of those, and I'm going to switch to subtract for the blend mode. So now we've got a black and white matte, and we are going to apply that to the group called Aquatico Fill. So right click, add image mask, use the matte and switch to luminance. Oh, we need to turn it on, which is why we're not seeing it. So then I'm going to take all the paths in this group and I'm just going to bump up their width a bit. So all selected, set the width to 12. And then what I'm going to do is apply to this group filters, border and stroke. So we just need to set up this stroke properly. Let's just first of all give it a nice color. Let's set the width to something like 30. Let's set the position to be centered. Let's set the threshold all the way down like that. You can see that's just filled in all those little gaps there. And I think we're probably quite good to go. Let's have a look at that. So now we've got the fill animating and we can turn back on our edge and let's address ourselves to that. What we want to do here is we want to give it another stroke. So filters, border, stroke. Let's go for white for the color. Let's set the width to 2. Let's have inside for the position. let's have an offset of 9. And then I think all we need to do is turn down the mix value to 30. And the final thing is I want to close that down and then Option click it to open it back up again. You can see that opens everything, because what I need to do is boringly go through and grab all of these write-ons again, select all of them, come to behaviors, and instead of forward for this write-on behavior, we want reverse. And then if we press play, there is our effect. Pretty easily done, and all thanks to Pixelmator. So it's not perfect, but it's a pretty nice looking effect, and I hope you have fun with it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.